Hello everyone, this is Curtis with Weed Whacker Line Cure. Hey, what this video is about home advisory and what I have to say about home advisory. Well, what's been going on is it was back in 2012. HomeAdvisor contacted me and tried to get me to sign up for their service, and at that time it was something like $300 to become a member, and they will send you some leads and all this and that for your business, and it's always can you accept some more business at this present time. And we got a whole list of people waiting and looking for service the type of service that you provide in your area. And I was like, not at the present time. I'm not really wanting any leads or anything. And this would go on, it would go on and call me all during the year, and I was like, no, I don't want any leads, and I'm like, so one day I said, well, how much are the leads? Oh, well, they can go from 15 to 20 or $30 a lead and all this and that. And I'm like, okay. So this, this has been going on and on every year. I mean, they will call me just about every month trying to get me to sign up. So I never would sign up for their service. I just didn't want no leads. I just felt like that I'm not gonna pay a lot of money to run behind a lead. They give you this number, and the lead that you get, they send like, it's gonna be 3 people gonna get this number for this lead. So you may get a job and you may not. Or you're gonna get they're gonna send you a lot of leads, and they may not be reputable, or you got to try to call on these leads. You always got to take time out of your busy schedule to try to call these leads that they say that they send to you. So I just said, I'm not interested. I don't want to do this. So this go on from 2012 up until now. It's 2020. In fact, last year they would get on the phone, some lady or some guy would call me, and we go over and over and over. So I got it memorized in my head how this works. And they'll have these leads, and sometimes they would even email me a lead of where a customer is looking for service, and they will want you to sign up for what this customer had sent them and what they were looking for, and you pay them for the lead, and then you could call them. But I'm like, I was kind of skeptical about it, because I'm like, yeah, so this person is looking in this area for that type of service, a lawn service, whatever, or a fence or something other. And oh, well, that lead there costs you like $40 or $50. Well, and they might probably gonna send you a lot of leads in the area. They'll look at the zip code and say, well, hey, listen, we got hey, listen, we got a lot of people right now that are looking for your type of service. They're needing some lawn care, and if you like to get signed up, and you can start calling some of these people back and helping them out. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. I'm busy right now. I got more to do than I can stand to do right now. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to call somebody for a lead to see where it's going to go. I don't have time for it right now. I just don't. I don't have the time. Well, you're on the phone, and they go over and over and just keep trying to work you and work you and work you and work you. Just keep on talking to you and talking to you, trying to get you to be vulnerable, that you're going to say, okay, yeah, okay, I'm signing up. Where do I sign up? And oh, yeah, you want to get some leads and start calling. I'm like, I'm already working. I've already done my lead generation. I got my own method for my own leads. You know, I know how to get my own leads. You know, I got business cards, postcards, whatever it is. I mean, you got Google Ad, Facebook. You got what's the other one? Yelp. You got a number of ways to generate some leads for a business. That you know, you don't just have to have home advisory. You know, but they want you to sign up, and I'm like, man, you'll spend a fortune for these leads that they, you know, say that they have. And I was like, you know, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. I just didn't feel comfortable about it. And then what's getting to me is like, why do you keep calling me every year? They're going to do the same thing over and over again. It's 2020 now. They'll be calling me again in 2021, trying to convince me to sign up for them, pay the $100 membership, and then they're gonna turn on some leads and want to put a credit card and start charging you for a bunch of leads. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna call all your leads. I don't know if they're legit or what. I don't want them. Well, they will say, well, oh, well, yeah, don't you want your business to grow? No, I don't want my business to grow. I don't want it to grow. I got my business set the way I want it. I don't want to do this. I don't want that. So, you know, that was a thing with this lady calling, then this guy calling, and then they just got to keep on working on you, just keep on working on you, just keep calling you and calling you and calling you, and you bound to break just to give in to, you know, to them, so that they can get you hooked and make, you know, and you start paying all this money and run a tab upon you, you know, just run a big old tab upon you for some leads. You may not be able to call. They may send you 100 leads, and what we sending and we charging you, it's your fault if you didn't call them. I'm like, what? Well, and here they always tell you, well, you can turn it off, you know, at any time you want to turn it off, you know. You know, some guy's supposed to be like your lead rep. I mean, it'll be a guy or a lady or something calling you. Well, what happened that got me just, you know, really puzzled about this was I went on YouTube and I done a search on HomeAdvisor, and it turned out that they're getting sued by a lot of professional contractors like roofers, plumbers, and electricians and carpenters and all of that, where that, from what the news was saying, the ABC News, was from that these professional contractors were like, listen, they ran up a tab like $3,000 or $4,000 for leads, and they were like, you know, what are they paying for? Which they said that they did get some leads, but then it's not gonna pan out to what they're paying for in these leads. I mean, they just running up tabs, and it was just, I mean, from what I'm gathering here on YouTube and what they're seeing about HomeAdvisor, I was like, no, I'm glad I followed my first mind back in 2012 and didn't get involved with them, because I was like, no, something's wrong. These people keep calling and keep calling and keep calling every month. You know, I'm like, what's going on? Why do you keep calling me and trying to get me to do this? I mean, it's in my head now with HomeAdvisor. I got it down what they say and how they leads work, and I would tell them, no, I don't want to do this, but they insist on me doing it, and I'm like, I don't want to do it, but they keep on talking to me, trying to talk to me, you know, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And like the lady had called me one morning, I was on a job, and I said, well, ma'am, listen, I've heard everything you had to say, but I'm not well, why ain't you interested in it? Don't you want your business to grow? Well, ma'am, listen, I'm working and all. So she goes on and on and on. Well, why did you waste my time in me telling you this? Ma'am, you called me. I didn't waste your time. Listen, I let you have your say, but you're wasting my time. I could have been finished up my job. I was not trying to be rude to you. I tried to let you have your say, But if you can't distinguish that I'm busy and I'm being nice, because I could have hung up a long time ago on you. So I was trying to just let you have your say and not hang up on you. So that's where we are right now. You know, and I was like, man, this is crazy. I'm trying to do my job and I'm not looking for no leads. I'm like, if I was looking for a lead, I should be able to research the company that I want to do my lead work if that's what I wanted. But I didn't, that wasn't what I wanted. I wasn't looking for no leads. I'm already got my leads set up with what I want. There's a number of ways to generate some business. There's a number of ways to generate leads. You know, I mean, flyers, business cards, posters, you know, your whereabouts, location can generate you all types of leads. You know, if you want to have some leads, you know, you can do your own search engine optimization, but you should be able to pick and choose the company that you feel comfortable for doing that type of service. You're not worried that you got to pay somebody, they on the phone begging you, pressuring you to sign up to become a member, and then send you a bunch of bogus leads. What I feel like it is, because there's no way I send you a bunch of leads and you may not be able to call. I may send you, like I said earlier, I may send you 100 leads and you can't call 100 people in a day. And you go to call them. And the thing, like, another thing is, when they send you leads, they're sending it to other people too, for you all to call these numbers at the same time, and the position be done got to fill before your time. You know, but it's very interesting what I found out on YouTube from other people's experience, and now I'm experiencing. And what I want to say, what led me to this was when this guy called me today, and called me and didn't leave a message. So I was like, well, I was busy, and I said, well, who is this calling me? And they didn't leave a message, so I'm like, well, I called the number back. I hit the redial button to see who it was, and then the guy says, oh, I'm with so-and-so. So, oh, yeah, I'm with HomeAdvisor. And so then he was telling me this, and then giving me a spiel about HomeAdvisor. I said, well, I'm not interested. I don't want it. Then he goes in the home, well, why did I call him? I didn't call you. You called me first. And I was nice enough to return your call. I could have just said, forget it, don't call. I could have just deleted it. That kind of really upset me because, you know, I took time out to dial this number back, and it led me to nowhere. It's somebody trying to sell me something with a HomeAdvisor. But he wants to tell me all of this and that, and then tell me. I said, well, if you're working that hard for HomeAdvisor, why ain't you working for yourself? Oh, well, yeah, I make good money here at HomeAdvisor. And I'm like, you make good money there at HomeAdvisor, sending out leads, search engine optimization. That seems like a very stressful job. You got to keep calling people, because if you ain't signing nobody up, you ain't gonna be making no money. And so I guess they force them in a way, or pressure them that if you ain't signing nobody, you ain't gonna be here. And that's kind of where I feel like those people are working the phones, where they dialing up people and just keep calling them and calling them and calling them and calling them. Something is wrong with a business like that, because the people are not calling like this, you know, calling you. Most companies are not calling. I mean, they may leave a message and then they go on. But if they be persistent, keep calling you every month and saying this and saying that and trying to get you to get signed up, I mean, yeah, I can make good money too. I go out here and just call a bunch of people and just keep calling them and calling them and calling them. Sooner or later, you're going to find somebody that's vulnerable and sign up for something and lose a lot of money. No, I ain't going to do that. No. Nowadays, you have to do your research, and then you have to think about it. You don't just jump into something when somebody call you and just offer you some type of service, because there's all kinds of scams. They educate you on the news. They tell you, beware of your phone ring, because they got all kinds of scammers out there. You don't give out no information. You don't sign up right away. You need to do your research before you jump into anything, before you sign anything, before you say you accept anything. You need to have at least 2 to 3 days or more. And when you get all your information in, then you can say, well, no, I don't think so. Do you know if they're reputable? Just because somebody up and call you and try to offer their service. It's different if you up and look and you done your research and you feel comfortable in it. You are looking for a service and you feel comfortable in doing business with that company. But somebody that keeps calling you, I'm kind of worried. I'm leery about it because I watch the news a lot, and some of the stuff you'll see on the news is very, very, very scary from people taking advantage of people, signing them up in the stuff and taking their money and leaving them broke. I'm like, man, come on. I'm like, what's wrong with this? Why do you have to keep calling me? Why can't you just do like everybody else? Give a history. Give me some information. Mail me some information. Advertise on television. And you may show your stuff on television. You ain't gotta have somebody calling somebody. I understand that's the way some people do, but no, I'm not. No, I'm leery about that. And then you better make sure that it's reputable, because now, like I say, I found all this stuff on YouTube about the lawsuit and a lot of other people's experience and going through the same thing that I'm going through with this HomeAdvisor. Keep calling and pestering people to sign up. So I'm like, I'm not going to sign up and lose a lot of money, worrying about running up a card, because they want you to put a credit card on file and send you a bunch of leads, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want it. Let me pick and choose who I want. If I wanted to have a lead service, I don't want that lead service. I don't want to be bothered with HomeAdvisor. I do not want them. Because I feel, I'm feeling like those other people are feeling. And that's the thing about, we're in an information highway. That's over the internet. www, worldwide information superhighway. You can find out just about anything before you decide to make a decision about stuff. If you want to lead, like I say, you can do your own search engine optimization. All you got to do is learn what people are looking for, and then put in the keywords and tabs into your web page. All you need is a little web page, and put it in there and the information, and your page will pop up when they search, and bingo, they'll find the service that they're looking for. It's that easy. People are always looking, they're always shopping, they on the internet 24/7 looking for something. They're looking for some type of service. And that's the same thing. How did HomeAdvisor? Well, hey, they find companies to do their search engine optimization for them, because they know that there's people always searching. A lot of other people don't even know how this works. They don't know how the internet works. They don't know about the superhighway. They don't know about this information thing of getting information and getting leads, that you can get these leads for free. Heck, I ain't done a search one time, and I was like, well, let me try this out. They had this billboard up, and I went in there and I typed up some information that my company, Weed Whacker Lawn Care, and I placed it in there, and it was free. I did a free listing, and I said, I want to see if this is going to work. The thing led to me making like about $1,000 off of that one billboard. It was free, a free listing. It led to 500. Then I made another 500 because I got some good leads off of that. And you can go out there. It's a lot of links and places that you can post stuff for free, and it'll generate some lead work for you. I know a lot of people used to what did they use? Craigslist. Yeah, Craigslist was one, but you get booted out of that, some people were saying. But I've never used Craigslist, but I've known some other people that have used it, and they got some good leads out of that. And it's other ways that you can do and not have to spend a fortune on some leads trying to get some business. It's gonna come. If you work at it hard enough, you can generate you some leads. It's just a matter of location and zip codes and where you are. Like I say, location, and you can generate some leads, because wherever you are, or wherever you living, somebody needs some type of service. I mean, people always want to get their cars serviced. People want to get their hair fixed, beautician. People want to get their house painted. They want to get a roof. They want to get it remodeled. They want to get their lawn taken care of. It's just a number of things that people are always looking for. They need a service. I see people all the time when I'm out here working. Maid service, you know, what else they do? All kinds of custom work, landscaping. It's just a number of things that people are always looking for. And if you provide any of those services and you're in the right location, you're going to be in business. People are going to use you. I mean, you got to do a good job, though, but they're going to use you. You know, and then that's the thing. You know, you don't have to get ripped off or get tied into something and feeling like, well, you don't want to tie yourself into something where you're depending upon them to keep sending you leads when you could be out there leading yourself. I mean, shirts. I mean, it's just like my shirt right here. That leads me. I got my number on the back of this shirt, and then I also have my hat. You know, when I go places, I wear this hat. You know, people say, "Oh, you're in Lunster." Oh, yeah. Hey, you got a business card? You give them a business card. Hey, where are you located? You tell me your location. Boom, it leads you into stuff. Now I used to have a sign on the back of. Well, I still had a sign on one of my trailers. This old trailer. And that big old sign that I had, I kept a lot of leads, but it was leading to something that I didn't want. I was going to some areas I didn't want to work in. I was showing up to some properties, and I didn't like that type of atmosphere. I mean, the location, it was a lot of difficult work. What I say is leading to something that you don't want to do, and that's where you have to be very careful where you advertise, you know, because it may not be something you want to do. I mean, you be going into a snake pit, rat pit, a job, and I've been to some of them things, you know, animals coming up out of the woodwork, you know, all kinds of stuff, foul odors, all that. Some stuff you don't want. People are looking for people to come out and service their property, and they've had people, but they quit, they left, you know. And another thing, you got to be careful because some people don't want to pay. You know, they're trying to find the cheapest bidder to do the job, and you wind up working for a little or nothing because you done drove and burned up your gas and you done got flats and everything going over there, and it wasn't even worth it. You know, and those are things that you got to be aware of, you know, because a lot of times leads can lead to bad stuff. I mean, you can get some good stuff, but sometimes you can get some bad stuff. So you don't even know if they ain't no reputable leads. And that's just my saying, you know, I'm just sharing this information about what I experienced with this HomeAdvisor and why they keep calling me, because I was like, something's wrong. Something ain't right with this. You know, nobody should be calling me every month trying to get me to sign up. Because I don't want to sign up. You know, I don't want to sign up. I ain't signed up since 2012. Just go on. I'm not going to sign up. And now that I know that other people have had problems, I'm sure not going. I don't want to sign up with them. I just don't feel, no. If they got ripped off, for some reason, those people had a bad experience with HomeAdvisor. And I'm like, well, listen, I'm that educated me enough to know, leave that alone. And I hope, you know, by me sharing my experiences and what I've encountered, I hope it helps somebody out there educate themselves not to get tied up in that. You know, do your research, find out before you jump off to anything. Because somebody call you up and tell you and then ask you for your credit card and sign you up and tell you what they charging, and you don't know nothing about them. You don't know nothing about them, but they want to tell you can sign up and do this and that. No. 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 Do your research. With the information highway, do your research. Find out about them. Research them. Find more out about them. Find out everything you can find out about them. Like I say, on YouTube, there's a lot of information out here on different companies. You know, what other people have experienced this. But anyway, y'all, I have talked enough about my experience and what's been going on with this HomeAdvisor. Keep calling me and everything. So I just wanted to share that with everyone, and I hope this video reaches a number of people and educate them enough to know what I see to do. Research. Don't jump into anything right away. Give yourself some time to always think about what has been said to you, you know, before you act upon anything. Do your research, y'all. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy this, and I got to go. So y'all take care. Bye for now.